Hi guys, my name is Nurana. So tonight I'll be telling you a story about this island by the name of Pulau Senang on the southern part of Singapore and what is the story behind this island in 1960s. Let's go. Okay guys, of course I will not be removing my makeup on the nice clothes like this. So let me just remove my clothes, not naked. I'm gonna change to my pajamas and remove my earrings and tie up my hair. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm ready to tell you a story. Okay, tonight I'm not gonna use the Bobbi Brown. I'm gonna use this olive oil by Zen Garden. Okay, Pulau Senang is a coral form island at the Republic of Singapore, and it's located 30 meters southern of the main island of Singapore. It was best known in the history of Singapore in the location of a penal, offshore penal settlement in Singapore, which actually failed in within 3 years after a riot broke out in that prison wall. So what happened? What went wrong? Okay, so there was this one superintendent by the name of Daniel Stanley Dutton, and he was working as a prison warden for a very long time, and he had a very good heart. He believed that criminals are actually not bad people, like they're not animals, they are not like cold-blooded. He always feel that everybody deserve a second chance. So instead of doing a capital punishment, Dutton believed that if you train these guys well, make them do things that actually make them feel useful, probably they do end up becoming useful to the society. So what actually happened during those times? Daniel was very strict, I mean, he's kind-hearted, but he's very, very strict. He don't take crap from the prisoner. He would not hesitate to punish those detainees who dared to challenge or defy his orders or any of the prison's regulations. Hey guys, by the way, I'm using the Radiant Glow Mask. It helps to smoothen the skin. It contains argan oil, sweet almond oil, shea butter, and honey. Okay. So while waiting for this to dry out, I'll continue with my story. Okay, so according to those who survive, right, he said that he's a very, very strict discipline person, and he would not hesitate to punish anybody that break the regulations of the prison or who disobey his orders. So what actually they do in the field? I mean, from the main island, they were sent to Pulau Senang to do some reformative punishment, or rather like a rehab. So what they do is like, you're free, you can play soccer, you are like living like normal like in Singapore. The only difference is that you are not allowed to get out of the island. Daniel Stanley Dutton was also known as the Laughing Tiger. Okay, so from his nickname, you more or less probably can guess what kind of person he is. Probably he laughed together with you, but also a very strict person. Okay. By the way, when they were there, right, they were working quite hard. Like they built the jetties that is existing now. When during the low tide, it happened to be at night. If it happened to be at night, they have to work overnight. So until the height of tide rises to probably like neck level probably. So they have to work sometimes up to 18 hours, and then they have to build the jetty during the low tide, and apart from them, some other shores that probably is quite tough. Imagine like you're working like 3 in the morning, it's very cold, and I don't think those times you have a proper gear. Along the years, he probably had created some enemies, and actually like some of them actually planned for murder. So there are people who don't want to get involved with this murder, actually told him about it. This laughing tiger was just laughing about it, like he don't believe, like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna be fine. I'm gonna wash my green face. Be right back. Okay, so next I'm gonna use my new favorite. It contains marula, argan oil, jojoba oil, lavender oil, and yeah. So this laughing tiger was taking it very lightly, like he doesn't believe that, you know, people are plotting to kill him in the island. He was thinking that he's doing them a favor by believing that, you know, he's actually trying to reform them. But that's not what the prisoner thinks of him. So, on the 12th of July 1963, a group of detainees rioted and actually burned down most of the buildings of the prison settlement. Before things get off of hand, Dalton actually managed to get a backup from the main island, but by the time they arrived, it was horribly too late. He was, in fact, was killed by axes and charcoal, and they mutilated his corpse and killed 3 other prison officers that was his right-hand man. When the prison authority collapsed, right, the convicts began a mass celebration, thinking that they had like their freedom, like as if they conquered the island of the former captors. Like, hey, who's the bad guy here now? Like, you know. After that, police backup arrived on the island. Okay, I got this Laneige special care lip sleeping mask in berry. Yeah, I just got one flavor because it takes forever to finish and it tastes so good. You know, actually most of those involved in this riot was actually like all those like those secret societies in Singapore that was like detained without trial, had little to no hope of leaving the island for the rest of their lives. So, you know, why are they like he's trying to help them, right? So why? Anyway, as a result of the terrible riot, the experimental offshore settlement was shut down, and the program came to an abrupt end by the end of 1964, with the island being declared out of bounds to all. This is my lightening cream I'm gonna use before I go to sleep. The prisoners was actually represented by David Marshall. David Marshall was one of the popular lawyer back then, who actually became the first one of the pioneer chief ministers in Singapore. Okay, 18 of them were found guilty of murder, and they were sentenced to death. And while those 18 found guilty for rioting with deadly weapons was put into the 3 years prison, and the remaining was 2 years imprisonment. That was the history of the Pulau Senang. So what's happening in Pulau Senang now? Okay, in 9 of June 1989, Pulau Senang, together with the Pulau Pawai and Pulau Sudong from the Singapore Armed Forces, Southern Islands live firing area. So like it's a restricted training area and live firing zone. So it's out of bounds to all. So guys, okay, what do you think about my story? So what do you think about this? Like, do offenders actually deserve a second chance, or it should just be treated like a criminal with punishment before you release them to and train them to how to adapt back to the society? So guys, I hope you enjoyed my story. Be happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay safe. Till then, bye!